Hey, this is Valley.
And you can check out our interview with CreativeDisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD lovers. This is CreativeDisc exclusive interview, and I'm your host, Tunde Yuwono. And today we're about to chat up a little bit with a band from Canada. I've met them through Zoom last year, and a lot of things have happened after that. So without further ado, please welcome Rob, Alex, Mickey, and Karah from Valley. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
good, thank you.
Where are you guys? Because you are in the different places. Alex is alone now.
Yeah, so we're in my apartment here in Toronto. We were writing today, so we have a little bit of a studio, so we were together doing that today. And then Alex is a little under the weather, so he stayed home today, but he's just outside Toronto.
I see. So I hope that you will get better soon, Alex.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so first of all, how does it feel, guys, to finally doing tour? I know that you guys doing some tour back in a couple of months before. After last 2 years, we are forced to cancel all the plan and stay at home.
Feels amazing. Honestly, I think humans are much more adaptable than I think we give credit for. It's like somehow we figured out to exist in the pandemic and still have a career and grow. And then after just not being social for 2 years, all of a sudden being social 24/7 for a tour, playing in front of people, and we adapted a lot quicker than I thought we would, and it honestly it felt great. I mean, there were definitely some hurdles, both physically and emotionally, but I think we got through it great, and we also enjoyed every moment of it and gained more fans, and I think satisfied a lot of fans with finally playing a show and being able to come to a live show and play our old music and our new music and kind of give people a Valley headline, and so I think it was great.
Ooh, I cannot wait to finally have you here in Indonesia, because we are also already opening up for the concert and also music festival. So I hope, finger crossed, that we can meet each other and do have Valley here performing in Indonesia soon.
We're manifesting it.
Yes, so that's true. So what is the best thing about tour that you've had experience though?
Ooh, so many.
It's never ending.
Yeah,
it's like every day is the same, but every day is different. It's
I think just the shows, really, as simple as it sounds, the shows are the best part. I think the whole day you're just doing things that complement that hour and 20 minutes on stage, so that's where tour is kind of crazy, where it's from the moment you wake up, all you're doing is preparing for that hour and 10 minutes. It's actually really special. There's not a lot of jobs that kind of give you that attention, that space to really focus in on one thing that you have to do extremely well. And the shows are just crazy, so many people singing lyrics and just seeing songs that we wrote in bedrooms and basements come to life in front of thousands of people. It's just you can't explain it. It's just it's magic. So
and the best part is hearing a lot of people singing your song back to you while performing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's awesome.
So like I said before, guys, these couple of years we are forced to stay at home and do a lot of work through Zoom and stuff. Yet now we are getting back to normal, and since we are now starting opening and allowed to go to travel and doing some stuff again back in the normal day, do you still gonna do some Zoom meetings to collaborate and writing songs though? It's out of my curiosity.
We definitely do meetings. I would rather not write over Zoom, but we're going to be traveling to write. But we still do obviously this kind of stuff because flying to where you are would take a very long time, and although we are coming eventually and we have plans and we are planning to come, obviously we still got to do stuff like this, and talking over Zoom's great, but it happens.
So guys, let's talk about your latest release, Last Birthday, The After Party. which is basically an extended version of your last birthday EP, I must say. Why'd you release last birthday EP with 3 additional songs in it though?
I think normally like we write a surplus of songs for EPs and then we will go back and pick the ones that we love and the ones that make sense and have through lines with each other. And Paper Cup, 7 Stories, and Last Birthday being the title track. It was always the plan to release them after the fact. But I think it's so tough because you want people to listen to the songs and really listen to them. And I think when you give people too much at a time, the paradox of choice becomes so much harder. It's like, which one do I listen to? And like, you can't expect that you're going to have somebody's attention for that long. So I think just like, we want to see our songs, like we want people to listen to them. We want people to digest them and make them their own. Yeah. And so the only real way to do that is kind of like giving each song their spotlight, like in the time of day that we feel that these songs deserve. And so yeah, that was kind of like the idea behind it, is just like making it more digestible for people and allowing the songs to kind of have a longer life to them, so that it's not all just like everything at once kind of thing.
I understand, because like a lot of people tend to like listen to one particular song all the time, not listening to any other song. And by you putting into the album and next to the latest songs of yours, people like tend to like, okay, these are the complete version of what's happening to Valley right now, right?
100%.
Totally.
All right, so you also for the last birthday, the EP, the after party, you also put a commentary version for this EP. I never thought that I needed this commentary version of it, because we could learn behind the scene of every songs, right? Yet it made the album like podcast, like out of the blue. Like, do you guys ever consider to do a podcast though? Because like I need to learn anything about Valley right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now we don't have the time. I feel like I'm a big podcast guy. I think I've dabbled with the idea of maybe starting one in the future. Maybe when our career kind of winds down a little bit, I think one day I would love to do a podcast to like interview new artists or like give advice on, starting a band, interview people that I think are interesting. So I think in the next, like, I'll ballpark it 20 years, there'll probably be a podcast of one of us where we get to go shoot the shit and talk about, the crazy life we had.
Right. And reminiscing all of the good memories and great memories back there, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, which of the songs in this EP that you're really excited to write and even more excited to release back then? Maybe Alex can tell us more about that.
Sorry, which of the songs?
That in this EP, the last birthday, the after party, that you're really excited to write and even more excited to release back then?
I think, like one of the most exciting songs we released off of the record had to have been 1999, just because of the I guess the speed of how it all happened.
Yeah.
Like writing it, producing it, and getting the whole process finished so quickly, and then releasing it, and just like not really having a second to think about how the entire process happened. That was probably one of the most exciting aspects of the entire record. Everything else was, like a lot of the songs we had for a second to sit on and to think about and to to work with, but that one came out very quickly, so it was kind of all over the place. It was a mixed bag, but I think that's what made the entire thing special.
Right. But it all, what is it like, became one good, package to all of the people that love Valley's music, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it all became fairly cohesive and works well together. Yeah.
I totally agree with that. So speaking about the latest release, guys, can we talk about Champagne, the song that you're gonna release on April 28th right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you tell can you tell us more about the song? Maybe Karah could tell us because he's the only one who's looking at the camera at the artwork.
Yeah. The artwork was a fun one. So we were in a convenience store for that one, and unfortunately, had access to every snack that we could ever want. So we ate a lot of snacks that night. But it was all fun. But yeah, like Champagne is a song that we actually wrote in the same week that we wrote like 1999. And so it was a great week. Like I remember writing actually a lot of songs that have come out in that week, and I think we were just kind of in the zone, like just feeling really creative, feeling really inspired, and not every day, even though it's within the same time period that you're writing these things, like it's not every day that you have the same feeling. I think it really just depends on the day. Sometimes we wake up and it's like I want to channel this feeling that I was feeling 6 years ago when this one thing happened. And it's like, it's not always a current feeling, but I think with Champagne specifically, I think it was very much rooted in like having a lot of challenges in the pandemic and just feeling like our social lives, our careers, our touring, our family, like it was all sort of so distant to us. And there's really nothing you can do when you feel so defeated like that. Like there's nothing you can do. It's out of your control. And I think just the only one thing that you can do is like shift your mentality and shift your mind and reframe a situation that is super negative into something very positive. So it's turning your pain into champagne, and that's kind of the whole message behind the song.
Ooh, I totally can relate to that song, especially because the background that you tell us before. I mean, like in the pandemic, we are facing a lot of trouble, a lot of distance to our loved ones, right? And all of the sickness that we had, it's become more stressful and stressful every single day. And the way that we cope with the stress is through maybe like champagne or something that we can relax to that, right?
Yeah,
100%.
I guess so. Yeah,
I love that.
That's great.
All right, so can we say that Champagne will be like the opening of new chapter of Valley, though?
Yeah,
it's like the opening / the bridge. It's like not necessarily a part of the new era, but it's like the bridge that's taking fans to the new album / whatever we dream up the next few months. But yeah, I would say it's a good appetizer for what's to come.
A good appetizer, right? Like we got an appetizer with champagne in it. Like, ooh, that's a great appetizer though. So okay, let's wrap up this interview with this question. Can you tell us like one unique thing that you find from each member? Let's start with like Rob to Karah, Karah to Mickey, Mickey to Alex, and then Alex to Rob.
All right.
One unique thing that we like learn from each other.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, awesome. I'll go Karah, and then Karah,
Mike to Alex, Alex, and
ooh, it's tough to pick one for Karah. I think something I learned from Karah that's really nice is like her appreciation for like simplicity. Like she has a lot of like just like hobbies that she plays like tennis, or she'll like paint, and like she values a lot of just like in the moment kind of activities and things that like ground you, that are like simple and just like make you appreciate like just things that we are simple and like keep you in the moment. So I think that's one thing I've learned to like process more, is like just being in the moment with something and doing it and like enjoying it. Yeah.
Cool.
Something that I feel like is I don't remember the question. It was just something unique, I guess, or something I admire about Mike is like he's always been such a dreamer, like I think when I first met Mike, I was not of the mentality that you could do anything that you want to do. in your life. And like he was the first person and still is this person, I think, for the band and myself, where it's just like he really just like grabs life, you know, by the arm, and it's just like, come, let's do this. Like if you don't think you can do something, you absolutely won't do it. You know what I mean? I just think that was the first introduction I had to like to having, you know, dreams. Psychosis. No, like that was my first introduction to somebody actually being like, what do you mean? Like, and it's just no question in his brain, but for a lot of people it's like, no, I can't do that. But in his brain it's like, well, why? You know, and I think that's just like, I have no good answer for you. I don't know, because I don't believe in myself. And then it's just this realization of like, I am literally the only one stopping me, and Mike does not live his life like that. And I think I appreciate that, and he's always encouraging us like continuously to just like operate as a band like that. Like if we want to play stadiums in Asia one day, like we will, you know, like what's stopping us, you know? So I just appreciate that.
Thank you.
Right. Wow, that's cool. Yeah. So Vicky, to Alex?
Yeah. Something I love about Alex, and I've learned a lot about Alex, is he's a very resilient person. He doesn't hold resentment very much. And he like he bounces back very quickly and is a very forgiving, empathetic person. And yeah, I think it's just something that everybody should it's a skill that many people should acquire, I think, because you know, when you to quote my girlfriend, it hurts to hate somebody. And I think when we don't forgive people, you think that you're like, when you're not forgiving somebody, you're actually just hurting yourself. You know what I mean? And so Alex has like that really good skill to just like understand somebody else's situation and why they did a shitty thing, and then just like know that that's a them thing, and that he can like forgive them for that and just like bounce back and move on.
Wow. I got a goosebump right now, guys. So last but not least, I like to Rob, is there any one unique thing that you learned from him?
I think Rob taught me how to be myself, and kind of how to be myself like unapologetically, and like, I don't know, like lean into it, I guess, you know, like we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and I think instead of trying to be somebody else, and you know, trying to do something that you know is somebody else's thing, I feel like just be yourself even more so, and lean into that, and just don't let anybody tell you that you know, you're not the way you are. You know, you're born a certain way, and you're gonna be yourself a certain way, and people like that about you. So just continue doing that.
Baby,
wow.
I was born
Thank you so much, guys. That was an amazing answer. I mean, I never thought that I've learned so much from that one questions only from you guys. So that's my last question for today. Thank you so much for your time, guys. It's been a great pleasure of mine to meet you again, finally, through Zoom again. And I hope the next time we met, yes, let's have a chat in person next time, right?
Yeah, first
thank you so much, guys.
No masks, now in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. Thank you so much, guys, for your time.